Carmela, it's our last regular episode of 2025.
No.
Yes, and we're going out on a banger.
Okay.
Now, we love white wine, right?
We do.
And we love wines from Burgundy, right?
We do.
So how about an underrated and much lesser known white wine from Burgundy called Aligoté to finish out the year?
I'm down.
Hello, and once again, it's Vine time.
Woo.
A warm and hearty welcome to the Wine Pair Podcast. I'm Joe, your sommelier of reasonably priced wine, and this is my wife and my wine pairing partner in crime, Carmela.
Hi there.
And we are the Wine Pair.
Woohoo.
If you're new to our podcast, here's what you can expect. If you love wine and you want to find great wines at affordable prices, and you want to expand your wine horizons, and you want to have some laughs and fun while doing it, then you are in the right place. Each week, we explore a different wine varietal or style or brand or region of the winemaking world and learn about what makes them worth knowing about. And then we taste 2 to 3 of those wines that are reasonably priced to let you know if they're worth your hard-earned money. So if that feels like your vibe, then welcome to our tribe.
Nice.
And we are proud to say that Decanter Magazine calls us fun, irreverent,
Chatty,
and entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Carmela, it's true. As we said in the pregame intro, that's what I'm calling it now since the Seahawks won.
Oh, wow.
This will be our last regular episode of the year.
First of all, when you said this will be our last episode, I mean, I was like, wait, is there an announcement I wasn't aware of?
No.
I don't know.
No.
It kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
No, this is just our last regular where we're doing a wine tasting and a review. Does that make you kind of sad that it's the last one of the year?
Well, the year's almost over.
You're right.
So we'll be back at it in no time. It'll be Vine time again before you know it.
That's right. Well, next week, Carmela, your Christmas present will be a break from recording the podcast.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And I will do...
You tie that with a bow?
Yes, and I will do a retrospective of our best and worst wines of the year. Which
so you're
really
not taking the week off?
No.
Of course not.
And we'll do... People will still hear you because I'll do excerpts from those episodes of our best or worst. It's just you don't have to sit there on the other side of the table, the folding table that we use in our basement.
Hey, look, this
high quality.
This is quite a studio we got going here.
Yes.
That's for sure. When are we going to upgrade the studio?
Never. I don't know. Anyway, but this week we do have a wine to taste and review that I'm super excited about called Aligoté.
Okay.
It's sometimes called the other white wine of Burgundy. Oh. Now, I'm excited about it because it's always fun to find a new white wine that we can add to our list. And because, frankly, we need to end 2025 on a good note.
Sure.
Because it's been a hell of a year.
It has been.
Prices are up, layoffs are up, kindness and empathy are down. You know, we need some joy and love and happiness and peace and good vibes to end out the calendar year.
Okay, can I just mention something?
Yes, please.
This woman that I volunteer with on Fridays, she said she was trying to write Christmas cards and she asked AI like an appropriate way to end this type of year.
Oh no.
And it was all these
Did
funny
it go
things.
Off the rails,
well, it was
or
just
it
like wishing you the best after a very tumultuous year. It was just really like hardcore. And
even
she was
AI gets it.
Yes. And so she was just like, oh God, do you think I use those? And I was like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let me know what happens.
But you know what, Carmela? There's one thing our tribe can agree on.
What's that?
That's wine can make you happy and bring peace. It can also bring some fighting, but
you gotta be careful.
Yeah, don't have too much of it because
right.
The perfect example of that too, Carmela, of wine bringing people together in peace and joy was our virtual wine tasting last night.
Oh my goodness.
Was that super
what
fun
a
or
blast.
what? Oh, we had so much fun.
That was really a treat.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
Thank everybody who did it. And we'll do it again for those of you who missed it and those of you who made it too.
Oh man, that was really fun. Thanks for coming, those of you who turned out.
And all I can say is we have the nicest, kindest, most lovely listeners.
Yes, we do.
They are like amazing people.
Yeah, super fun.
But back to this, Carmela, because we do have to talk about Aligoté. And before we get to that, we have a few things to do, including talking to Frank Racioppi, who runs the publication Earworthy, which is a newsletter and website and blog that he updates every week on podcasts that he thinks are worthy of your time. And he focuses on independent podcasters like us. And he featured us last month, which we were thrilled about. Yeah, so he's also a listener of the show. He can listen to a lot of podcasts, but he's a listener of the show. And so here's our quick chat with Frank. Hi, Frank, and welcome to the Wine Pair Podcast.
Joe, thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm excited to be here. I appreciate it, and I wish that we could actually sit next to each other and enjoy a glass of wine together. But as it is, let's talk.
Me as well. I'm super excited to have you, and virtual will do for now, but someday we'll make it real. Okay, Frank, you've got a tribe name for us, but we've got to get to the first question, which is, what is your favorite wine?
Oh my gosh. So I have to say, even after listening to your excellent episode about Chardonnays and the oaky butter bombs, and we learned a lot from that, we have a real favorite, which is a J. Lohr Hilltop Chardonnay. But I think that's our favorite.
All right. I like it. Chardonnay. Bring the Chardonnay. Okay, Frank. Second question, you put us on your publication Earworthy, but why did you select us as a podcast to highlight in Earworthy?
Well, Joe, that's a great question. And I can answer that in a couple ways. The first is that you and Carmela are such a special co-hosting team. You make the podcast so inviting, so interesting, so engrossing, just from the information that you give, but the chemistry you have together. That's the first thing that attracted me is when I started to listen to it. I listened to a lot of podcasts is, boy, married people that get along this well, that's amazing. That's the first reason. But the other reason is that you have a really, I think, superb, unusual, and unique combination of giving people information about wine, which makes it fun. You're knowledgeable and also you're accessible. And accessible just means that if you don't know anything about wine, listening to you and Carmela, you can learn a lot and you don't have to know a lot. For example, one that I have written down here is your Costco Kirkland versus Trader Joe's Diamond Reserve. Now, for most people, like a couple other wine podcasts, they would never discuss this. But as you know, these are the wines that people buy. And so listening to that and getting information about more accessible wines, yeah, that's what makes your show so good and special, if I may say.
Well, I really appreciate that. You're very kind, and we really are just very humbled that you chose to talk about our podcast. We really appreciate that.
Oh, well, listen, it's well-deserved. You have one of the best independent podcasts around.
Appreciate that, Frank.
You're welcome.
Okay, Frank, you have a name for the tribe this week. So tell us the name that you came up with and if there's any background or inspiration behind it.
Well, Joe, I started to think about what we do at Earworthy, which is to communicate about podcasts. So the tribe name we came up with was Vine Times. And the reason that we picked that is because I think communicating to other people about wine is important, especially for people who don't necessarily enjoy wines. Talking about wines is just a lot of fun.
It is. It's fun. Well, before we let you go, you've mentioned this. We've talked about this now a couple of times, but you have an amazing publication called Earworthy that we were fortunate enough to be featured in. And you do a lot of writing. So will you share with our listeners what Earworthy is, where they can find it, and other publications and where they can find you?
Sure. Thanks for that opportunity, Joe. So Earworthy is a 9-year-old publication that exclusively writes reviews only on independent podcasts. And we do that specifically because we feel at Earworthy that the independent podcaster is the core of the entire industry. Folks like you and Carmela provide listeners with unique, fresh, and creative content that they're not going to get by listening to a Wondery podcast or a Spotify podcast. And so that's our objective at Earworthy. We want to make sure we're supportive of independent podcasters like yourself. So there you go. If you want to go out and find Earworthy, you can do it you can go on medium.com. I have a Substack like a lot of people you can check out and just do a search for Earworthy. If you want to check out any of my books, just go to frankracioppi.com and there'll be a list there.
All right, perfect. And Racioppi, see, a fellow Italian, we like it. Okay, we're good.
I love it.
All right, Frank. Well, thank you very much for coming on and for sharing your name. And we look forward to hearing more from you soon.
Joe, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's quite an honor. And thanks very much. I'll be a faithful listener all the time.
So a big thanks to Frank for joining us, a fellow Italian-American.
So fun. fan.
And a wine fan. Two things that we like a lot. And we hope you'll spend some time checking out his site and signing up for his newsletter and all that fun stuff. And we have links to those in our show notes.
Cool.
You know we have show notes?
We have show notes?
Yeah, we do. So you can
Cool.
find them so you don't have to memorize it.
Okay.
And we keep saying it because we keep meaning it, but we love doing these listener interviews. So if you've been thinking to yourself, hey, I got a great idea for a tribe name, but I'm not sure I should reach out.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. We want you.
Get a little, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, and don't be worried that, Carmela's mean, because she's actually really nice. She's a nice person.
Do I have that? Is
You
that
kinda-
a rumor going around?
You kind of give a mean vibe.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
I've heard that in the comments.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, very often. No, never. I don't think I've ever heard people say any.
Little do they know, right?
Yeah.
Being
Oof.
my husband,
Wow.
you get the brunt of it all.
Yeah, it's all nice on microphone, but you just wait to these when the microphone turns off.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oof, one of these days.
Okay, just email me at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com. You give us your tribe name, and we'll ask you if you want to join us on the pod.
Cool.
How about that?
Love it.
Okay, Carmela, Aligoté is waiting for us. It's calling our name. It's saying, hey, buddy, are you going to keep talking about other stuff? Are you going to pay some attention to me?
Oh my God, now the wine speaks to us. That
Yeah.
means you have had too much.
Too much, yeah. And we will get to you in a minute, Aligoté.
Oh
Okay?
my God. See, we don't have a dog anymore. So Joe's like,
That could be the name of our new dog, Aligoté.
Oh,
kind of like
okay,
that.
okay.
But we have something we have to get to first because we are getting some breaking news. Wine in the news this week. Our wine in the news this week comes from Lindsay Weedston, which is kind of an interesting name, from the publication Daily Dot.
wait, is this what we heard in the car the other day?
Yes, and it is entitled Wine Moms Have a New Holiday Cocktail, Vanilla Ice Cream and Red Wine.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you found the article about it too?
I did multiple articles. There's a lot of articles
wow.
on it.
Yeah, this was interesting.
We were on a road trip down to the southern part of the state to visit our son, and this was the topic. So,
Oh, boy.
First question, Carmela, would you consider yourself a wine mom? Or do you think that's a derogatory term?
I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to be categorized as a wine mom unless
agree.
we're out like wine tasting.
Right.
I just don't.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Okay, now here's the scoop. The pun is intended.
Mm-hmm.
This trend is evidently blowing up on TikTok right now, which I would know if I paid attention to TikTok, but I'm not that cool.
Well-
Are you that cool?
I don't spend enough time on TikTok.
Okay, I don't either.
I only watch our daughter's videos.
TikToks.
Yep,
That's right.
And that's the end.
So here's what it is. People are taking a scoop of vanilla ice cream, putting it in a wine glass, and then pouring red wine on it, making it something akin to a red wine ice cream float.
Well, it's like what are the espresso ones? Affogatos?
Affogato, yeah, that's
so
right.
I think do you think that's where they're getting it from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, it looks really pretty in pictures, but I also bet it looks a little better than it tastes.
And I bet you after just a couple minutes, that doesn't look so pretty.
Yeah, and it really is going to matter what wine you use.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I don't know. I would be curious. I would try that. Would you?
Well, you're asking me questions, but sure. I think I would try it. But there's controversy about this, Carmel. There's a war going on.
Okay.
Because on one side you have haters. Some people call them purists, and there are people who are like, "Why are you ruining perfectly good wine?"
Or perfectly good ice cream.
that's actually
right?
true. That's true.
Am I right?
Yes, exactly. You are right. Some people call this concoction purple sludge. And they
Yeah.
think it's got a weird texture, it's got clashing flavors, and it's kind of gross.
Oh.
Now, there are the people who love it. They call it the ultimate, quote unquote, high-low holiday dessert. And so I didn't know.
High-low.
High-low means it's both high and low. It's got the fancy element of wine, and it crashes into the humble nature of vanilla ice cream. That's where the high-low comes from. It's like other famous high-low pairings like champagne with fried chicken or champagne with French fries, that kind of a thing, right?
I think the stranger part of it, though, is just that you're marrying the two.
Yeah, you're putting them.
It's different than if you're having ice cream and you're sipping on a glass of wine.
It's a float. It's a float.
Right.
Yeah.
On the wine float. Okay,
Yeah, exactly. Some of the people who like it say the fat in the ice cream tames the tannins. Some say that the wine prevents ice cream from being too cloying or too sugary.
Are we going to do a taste test of this?
We are not.
Why? Really?
You can do it on your own.
Seriously? You don't want to do it on the podcast?
I really don't.
Oh.
But some have called it grown-up berries and cream. How about that?
I mean, I'm kind of curious.
You are kind of cute. That face.
Well, because I love ice cream.
And yes. And you don't love red wine all the time, but it might make you actually love it.
Why can't you do white?
You could. You
I know
totally
they're doing
could.
red in
no,
this
you
article,
totally
but
could.
I mean,
you totally could.
I don't know.
Now, they do say the wine matters. You shouldn't use a super oaky, super tannic dry wine like a Cabernet or Barolo. You should use something lighter with low oak, light tannins, and the perfect choice is supposed to be
a Pinot.
Yes, Pinot's good.
Or Lambrusco.
Lambrusco is supposed to be like the ultimate one, but port is supposed to be good.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Carmela, but I have this question written down, but it sounds to me like you would try.
I'm so in.
Really?
I'm totally in.
Would you?
Yes.
No question.
No question.
Would you serve it with cake, or would you just do it on its own?
I don't know. I think I want to do it on its own.
Okay. All right. Very good. But Carmela, you know what? We're not here to talk about ice cream and red wine floats or TikTok
I was
trends.
enjoying that, though.
I know, but that's not what I know. That's why I got to get off of it. So we're here to talk about the white wine from Burgundy called Aligoté, so we can find out if anyone should actually be talking about it. And we have 2 Aligoté wines we are going to taste and review to see if they should go on your wine list. But first,
you got to do our shameless plug.
Correct. So thank you for listening to us and for supporting our show. And remember, we buy all of our own wine so we can give you real and honest reviews. We do all the writing and recording and editing to bring you a show every week because we love you. And all we ask for in return is that you please follow or subscribe to our podcast and leave us a really nice 5-star rating and review to help us grow our listeners. And thanks to everybody who's already done that. And you can also follow us on Instagram at The Wine Pair Podcast, and on Blue Sky. You can contact us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com, and sign up for our email newsletter there, where you can also visit our shop wine section and you get recipes and all sorts of fun stuff. And we want to make content that you care about, so send us a note or DM us and give us some feedback. Let us know if there's wines you want us to try or winemaking areas of the world you're curious about, and we'll take care of it. So again, Joe at thewinepairpodcast.com.
And let us know if you try wine and ice cream.
Yes, please. We want to know.
I'm curious if anybody really takes the plunge. It's like, I'm going to do it.
I want to know. Or maybe they've already been doing it and they're like,
we need to catch up.
Cat's meow. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, don't put ketchup on your ice cream. That would be terrible.
Oof.
Okay. Some shout outs or things to note. A quick note that we've been added to a list on a service called Million Podcasts, and we're one of their top wine podcasts. So there you go.
Cool.
Nice to be included on that list. And we want to thank all the people who join us for our virtual tasting. So that includes Ted, Heber and Angela, a.k.a. the East Idaho Foodies, Christine R., a.k.a. Tips to Live By. And she also posted a commercial on Rio Nidi on Ice, the one that you couldn't remember.
No way.
That's right.
Okay.
And then Christina R. and her husband, Ryan, Timmy, Adrian, a.k.a. Art Metal Girl, Asini, and Jordana. And thank you for joining us. And there were a few folks that couldn't make it, so we'll try and grab you next time. And as we do every week, we'll tell you someone we think you should recommend the Wine Pair podcast to, because you know what? That's the best way for us to grow listeners, when you tell your family and friends about us. And this week, we want you to recommend us to anyone who's looking for a new zingy white wine to try that ain't Chardonnay and ain't from California, and wants something that may spark some interesting conversation this holiday season, because they may dig this episode.
Nice.
In fact, if you need a free gift, you can just send them this episode.
Oh, my. You know what? That is the gift that keeps on giving.
It is.
Podcasts are the gifts that keep on giving.
And low cost. Like ours, for instance, free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Carmela, I think it's time to learn more about just what the Aligoté is. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Okay, the first thing we need to know is that Aligoté is an offspring of Pinot Noir and Gouais Blanc, which means it's also a sibling to several other wines from the same Burgundy-ish area that these wines are parents of, including Chardonnay, Gamay, and Melon de Bourgogne, also known as Muscadet. So now, your first question may be the same as mine. What the is Gouais Blanc?
Yeah, don't know.
Okay, well.
What if I was like, well, I'll tell you.
I'll got it down. Gouais Blanc is a grape that obviously has some importance because of its famous children. And some say that it's extinct. And others say, no, it's still grown in a few places like Oregon and Switzerland. So it may be dead or may not be dead. I don't know. But it's also been referred to as one of the bastard varieties and was banned from Europe for many years.
Was it bad?
I don't know, but it's not very nice.
No. Well, we don't know what this grape did.
You're right. I mean, it could have a reputation for a reason.
Yeah,
but,
it doesn't sound great.
Well, without going into too much detail, Gouais Blanc was considered a very mediocre grape.
Wow, you're mediocre and you just get banned.
That's right. It grew like a weed, produced tons of grapes, and made a very sour wine that was mostly drunk by peasants. The kings of France hated this grape so much, they even passed laws to ban and burn the vines.
This is so aggressive.
I know.
For some vines?
I know, but you know what? Gouais Blanc got the last laugh because some of the most expensive wine in the world are made from its offspring.
Wow.
So Gouais Blanc was like...
Little did they know.
That's right. That's right. Now, back to Aligoté, this child of the bastard wine. Aligoté is said to have first emerged in Burgundy in the 17th century, and the earliest written records date back to 1780, where it was referred to by the synonym plante Trois, because it generally bears fruit in 3 clusters. Trois, 3, right? And then other synonyms include Vert Blanc, Chardonnay Gris, and Grisé Blanc.
Okay.
How do you like that?
Good job.
Thank you.
That's a nice accent, too.
Thank you. For centuries, Carmela, Aligoté was often relegated to a secondary, second-class status and viewed as the other white grape of Burgundy, even though it was historically cultivated alongside Chardonnay in some prestigious vineyards like Montrachet.
I don't think you want to be referred to as the other.
You know, I was just going to say, I don't
just
think
not
you've
good.
ever been referred to as the other.
Wait, in what context? The other wife? The other...
I'm kind of
Wow.
really wishing I hadn't said anything
I'm
about
confused.
this at all.
I wait.
Because this is like, there's a nerve that if
What do you
like,
mean?
Carmela does not like to be compared. She does like nothing
It's
like.
not nice to compare.
You're right. It's not.
But I'm
a
still
dead
confused.
man.
I'm confused. But again, I don't think you want to be the other.
I agree. Like, I don't want to be your other husband.
Oh.
I want to be your husband.
I'll have to remember that.
But you're not so sure. You're like, maybe I want an other husband.
Right, I wasn't thinking about that very closely, but I don't know.
Maybe.
We shall get back to you.
Okay. Aligoté just never found the same reputation, even though it was planted near Chardonnay. And then after the phylloxera plague in the 19th century, which wiped out wine grapes across Europe, many vineyards in Burgundy were replanted almost exclusively with Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, ignoring Aligoté. And if they did elect to grow Aligoté, it was selected to grow on the least favorable parts of the vineyards, and so it was just treated badly.
Gosh.
Poor Aligoté.
Right.
What did it ever do to you guys?
I don't know.
Aligoté is said to make a very acidic wine, sometimes called zippy, and it's often been used as a blending grape to add some freshness and zip to wines. It's actually been a key component in Cremant de Bourgogne, which, as you would expect, is the region's sparkling wine. And some California winemakers add Aligoté to their Chardonnay to give it some more acidity, but I don't think they do that in Burgundy, at least as far as I can tell. The reputation of Aligoté started to turn in 1937 with the creation of the regional AOC Bourgogne Aligoté, which permitted its production throughout the Burgundy region. But the real turning point in its reputation came via the legendary winemaker Albert de Villon, co-manager of Domaine de la Romanée-Conti.
Wow.
So the story, Carmela, is this. If Romanée-Conti starts paying attention to you, everybody starts paying attention to you, if you know what I mean. Now, in France, Aligoté is basically only grown in Burgundy, but there are lots of other places growing it today, particularly in Eastern Europe. And they make it often into a sparkling wine. And so it's countries like Moldova, Ukraine, Romania, and Russia, and they're also growing in Switzerland, the great state of Washington, California, Australia, and the Niagara area of Canada. And today, the reputation of Aligoté is growing pretty dramatically, driven by both determined winemakers and changing consumer preferences, because consumers are starting to prefer lighter and zippier wines.
Nice.
Yeah, and also Aligoté is seen as climate change friendly because its high acidity helps maintain freshness and structure even in warmer climates. And some modern winemakers are also trying to add structure to the wine. Sometimes they're oaking it or leaving it on the lees. We have one today that I think is oaked, so we're going to see what that's like. And Aligoté offers wine lovers a way to experience Burgundy at a discount. So Aligoté is a white wine, alternative to Chardonnay, that comes from Burgundy that's half the price. So if you want
like that.
Yeah, if you want a little taste of Burgundy, Aligoté can be your taste. And it's something that sommeliers really like because it's like, hey, I can give you a great wine from Burgundy and not charge you an arm and a leg.
Right.
And who wants to be charged an arm and a leg?
Oof, because you only have a couple of each of those.
And if you have to give one away,
trouble.
You can, after a while, you can't hold the wine bottle anymore.
Oh.
You give away. This is terrible. Anyway, from a taste profile perspective, Aligoté is often compared to Grünefeldliner.
We love that.
Yes, Picpoul. We also like that. Albarino.
We love that.
Suave.
We love that.
Sauvignon Blanc.
We love it.
And Chablis.
This is right up our alley.
I know, it might be right up your alley.
Oh.
You thought I was going to say something else, but I didn't. But you know what, Carmela? That's enough information. I think it's time to learn a little bit more about the specific wines we're drinking today. What do you say?
Let's.
Do you ever get that look from your partner where they're just sort of humoring you?
Well,
that was the look I
I'm
got.
still trying to figure you out.
I know. So many years, I don't know how to say. Anyway, as usual, the wines we have chosen for this episode are under $25 each, and both of them should be relatively easy to find because I bought them both at wine.com. Now, I will say that Aligoté is probably not the easiest of wines to find, but if you go to a wine shop with a good French wine selection, in particular a good Burgundy wine selection, you should have no trouble finding it. And then, as always, go to your local wine shop and ask them to find Aligoté for you, and they will find it. The first wine we're going to drink today is the 2022 Domaine de Rochebin Bourgogne Aligoté.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm trying it with an accent.
You sound
official, right?
Yeah, you do.
There's somebody out there who's like, oh my God.
Right.
This guy, what a moron.
You don't have to tell us.
Yeah, please.
That's one of those things you don't have to share with us.
No.
I think you're doing a nice job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the affirmation I needed today. The text sheet for this wine is not terribly helpful, but it did clarify that it is 100% Aligoté and that they ferment for 25 days at low temperature in stainless steel vats.
Okay.
Then they also used a term I really had not heard before. They say they used blocked malolactic fermentation. And I had to look that up. That means they use intervention to force malolactic fermentation to stop. And they do that by adding either sulfur, that's not sulfites, it's sulfur, or lysozyme, which is an enzyme made from egg whites, which is added to kill the lactic acid bacteria. So a couple of things. This process means that they're using a lot of intervention to make this wine. So it's not a natural wine, if that's something you're interested in. And if they're using this lysozyme enzyme, then it's not vegan because they're using egg whites. So that's just something to be aware of. But the reason these winemakers do this blocked malolactic fermentation is to keep the wine really crisp and acidic, which we should like.
Yeah.
They also said they age it for 5 months using élevage, which means they're intervening again with the wine when they rack it and filter it before they bottle it. And racking, again, is a natural way to filter wines by moving it from container to container, and then you leave behind the residue as you move it from one container to another. Now, a few other notes about the winery. The Domaine dates back more than 1,000 years.
Holy cow.
When it was part of the Abbey of Cluny. Not George Clooney, Abbey of
I
Cluny.
hope George Clooney wasn't living back then.
I don't know.
He looks pretty good.
But a theme, Carmela, this theme keeps coming up. You want to know where the wine is?
Where?
Follow the monks.
Oh, when you said Abbey, I thought the same thing.
Yes, I didn't mean Abbey like Dear Abbey. I meant
right.
Abbey.
I knew
the
that.
abbot is
I
there.
was going to even mention that, but you know what? You got to it before I did.
There you go. Now, these monks were famous for making wine, and they basically established the most iconic wines and grapes of Burgundy like Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Gamay. They also had the largest church in the Christian world on their property before St. Peter's was built.
Wow.
So put that in your fucking brain box and wrap it up for Christmas and take it out at the table as a present to everybody around you.
Not everybody's going to really care.
No.
I don't think, maybe
no.
you just tell the people that will care.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
All right, the next wine we're going to drink is the 2017 Maison Chanzy Bouzeron Trois.
Wow.
Again, I don't know if it's right, but I just like saying it.
I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds good.
It's so wrong. I'm sure it's so wrong. So this is definitely a little bit of an older wine. This is a 2017. The other one is a 2022. And this one got some good reviews, including a 90 from Wine Spectator. It's also 100% Aligoté, and it's from the Côte Chalonnais appellation, which is known for producing good bargains in Burgundy for both reds and whites. Again,
Bargain Burgundies.
that's right. So, sommeliers, in the know, like these good bargain Burgundies. The tech sheet gave a little bit more extensive information. They say the soils are clay and limestone. The wines were fermented in stainless steel and did undergo malolactic fermentation. So they're pulling the acid out of this wine. They aged the wine for 7 months, so a little longer than the first wine. And it looks to be bone dry, has less than a gram of residual sugar, but it also says they give it partial aging in oak barrels. They didn't say how much of the wine is oaked. They didn't say in what kinds of oak barrels. They didn't give a lot of information, but it looks like there's a little oaking. So I would expect this to be a different wine from the first one because of the oak and malolactic fermentation. So it's probably less zippy, right? It's just going to be a different experience. That's what I'm guessing. The grape comes from 3 different vineyards, hence the name Les Trois, Trois meaning 3. And this is a wine imported by Winebow in New York, if you care about that. And again, just a little, refresher. Sometimes you can tell if you're going to like a wine if you like the importer that imports that wine. So that's, again, something to put in your brain box and pull out when you need it. Pull out when you need it. Okay, but I think that's enough information. Carmela did actually give me the look.
I didn't.
Okay, so let's
And they will never know.
No, they won't. Let's get to drinking. We'll take a quick break and be right back. But if you have an Aligoté, if you were able to get this wine, or you have another wine similar, or just have any wine at all, or a glass of juice,
Whatever.
just drink along
Anything
with us.
goes.
There you go, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back and we're ready to try our first wine. This is the Domaine de Rochebin Bourgogne Aligoté. It's from Burgundy, France. It's the 2022 vintage. It was $22.97 at wine.com, 12.5% alcohol, 100% Aligoté, and no professional ratings. Vivino only has a 3.4 rating, but you know what? Who cares what those guys say?
Sure.
All right, what is the color?
It's a little darker than I was expecting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it's not like dark, but it's like lemon.
I'm thinking more gold, but yeah, I could see like gold leaf or something.
Yeah, gold too. Yeah.
Gold, lemon. Yeah, maybe
It's bright.
apple juicy kind of looking.
Yeah, it's
maybe?
very not as dark. Maybe
You don't
as
think
that.
so?
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know, but I mean, it's really pretty.
It is
very
pretty.
bright and
Pretty in the glass.
lovely in the glass. Yes.
Okay, let's smell it and see what we think. It smells like a Sauvignon Blanc to me.
It does. It does. I kind of am getting like a vanilla candle.
Okay, I am
Like
getting
a
a little.
waxy vanilla candle for some reason.
There is something a little vanilla in it. It's almost like a waxed apple.
Ooh, yes, because there is some apple for sure. Almost a little bit of a sweeter apple, though. Like a Honey Crisp.
Okay, I like it.
Are you getting that or more of a green
A
apple?
little bit. Yeah, a little bit. And I'm with you on I was getting lemon, but I'm also getting you, it's like kind of, there's a little creaminess or something on it.
Something a little creamy on it. And it's like, it's vanilla, but again, it's like.
It's like a marshmallow or something.
Kind of, yeah. I just can't really put my nose on it.
Yeah, there's maybe a little bit of, you might find this funny, but almost a little seawater on it too, maybe.
Oh, no, I like that. So a little saline or a little salty. Yeah. I like that.
Well, let's try it and see what we think. I'm tasting it. It's almost more citrusy, like lime or lemon peel.
Yeah.
Because it's got that bitterness, like that pithy bitterness.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think, even like grapefruit, a little bit of
Yes.
grapefruit on it.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
I mean, it's got a bit of an aftertaste.
It's got a bite.
Yeah,
It
lingers. It does linger. It doesn't clean off quite the same way. It's not as refreshing as I thought it might be.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, it's a little bigger bodied for this, for what I was expecting. You think?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because you were saying that kind of creaminess, or we were talking about that creaminess. You kind of get that a little bit. It's not super fruity. I get a little tiny bit of maybe, like I am thinking more of a green apple on the front. I'm also thinking white grape. It tastes like a white grape, or I guess I should say green grape. It kind of tastes like like a table grape. Like the seedless grape, the
I
green
know
grapes
exactly.
you eat. Okay.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just ignoring me.
No, I
just
felt thinking.
ignored.
I'm sorry.
Don't ignore me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What are you thinking about?
About dinner? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. Yeah, there's something even a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, a little bit of like fuel on this. What do they call that?
Petrol.
A little, yeah. Just a little gasoline.
Okay, and I was and the aftertaste.
Yeah.
And I almost got a little bit of like white peach.
Oh wow, you're like so
We're all over
opposite.
the place, yeah.
White peach,
But
gasoline.
but you were talking about the end, and I'm talking about like in the front or the middle.
Yeah, there's something a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty. We're kind of though going at it a little differently from each other. I'd say.
Yeah. Wow, we're going at it. Okay, what food would you have with this wine?
Well, I think this could stand up to a heavier dish. I think you could even do like chicken with this. Like a yummy stuffed chicken would be really good with this, with prosciutto and like a nice Havarti cheese.
Havarti. I think it needs...
Or Casari.
A Casar. Oh, I'm Casar. I think it needs food. I think this is a food wine.
I think you're right.
I just don't know. I mean, it's not... I'm enjoying it as a standalone, but I think it needs food, and I think it would really do well. I keep thinking seafood. I keep thinking sushi.
Oh, okay. Really?
Like sushi, I think would be good.
Well, you know what would be good with? If you had sushi with like wasabi.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Spicy.
you need a little bit of spice along with it. You don't need, but I feel like it would hold up.
Like one of those dynamite rolls or something, kind of a spicy tuna or something. I agree with wasabi, and I think it'd be nice. So that's what I'm thinking. Like Chinese food, I'm thinking Asian food, spicy foods. I think would be really nice with this. Like
And
General Tso's chicken, which is not actually Chinese, but
Oh, yeah. No, that would be really good. Yeah, I know. I keep kind of visualizing kind of a shrimp dish too.
yes,
Over pasta, but
Yeah.
like a, not even like it'd be creamy, but yes, a little bit of spice.
What about a risotto?
Great.
Like what did we have the other day?
Ooh, a
Lobster risotto. Your dad made that.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I think that would go great with this.
That would be really nice.
Good Friday night wine.
Love it.
Okay, Carmela, let's rate this wine. As a reminder on a rating scale, we rate on a scale of 1 to 10. We don't give half points. 7 and above means we'd buy it. 4 and below means we're going to pour it down the sink. And a 5 or 6 means we like it and we're going to drink it, but we're not going to buy it. So, Carmela, what rating would you give this wine?
I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay. I am really debating between a 6 and a 7. I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
But it's really close. I'm not disagreeing with your 6 at all.
Oh, no, and you don't need to. I mean, you can if you want,
Thank
really,
you. I appreciate
actually.
that. You know what?
We can agree to disagree.
The ability to handle conflict is an important marker.
Of a relationship.
Yeah, it's a marker of a relationship that's going to last.
Right.
I think we're going to last.
I think we've done it.
I hope
think
so.
we've proved ourselves.
What do you mean we've done it?
We're done.
You gonna go you got somewhere to be?
Do you want to argue about it?
No, I don't.
Well.
Okay, anyway. No, I think a 6 is totally fair. It's right on the edge for me, but I'm going to give it a 7, just to be nice. Okay,
that's nice.
Let's take a break and we'll try our last
You're feeling
wine.
bad about this.
Feel a little guilty.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're back and we're ready to try our second wine, and this is the Maison Chanzy Bouzeron Trois. It's from Burgundy, France. It's a 2017 vintage. Oh, this one was a little bit more, $26.97. So I guess on average they're under 25.
Ooh, okay.
And I got it at wine.com, 12.5% alcohol, 100% Aligoté. Wine and Spirits gave it a 92, Wine Spectator gave it a 90, and Vivino gave it a 3.8. But Carmela, what is the color?
I think it's a little lighter.
I agree with you.
Yep. Maybe this is a little more lemon looking.
It is.
Not as gold.
Not as gold. I agree. It's straw. It's more like straw.
Pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty. It's light. Yeah. It's a very light colored. Well, let's smell it.
Okay.
Again, creaminess. Like this one almost has more creaminess in the smell.
I agree. It's so, oh wow. Just
Vanilla.
a little bit of vanilla. Yeah. It's almost a little bit, I want to say like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Or something.
I'm again getting kind of marshmallowy.
Oh, yeah. They're kind of got this, a subtle sweetness or like a marshmallow fluff, you know, like it's not like, oh, wow, like this is so sweet, but it does have that creamy or hint of sweetness on it that I just wasn't expecting. I
agree. I agree with you. This one has even less fruit, I feel like, too. It's, I almost feel like I almost get a little bit more of that like bitterness on the smell or
maybe a little pineapple.
A little bit.
Or something like that. Pineapple.
Or a little bit of citrus or maybe more like, I don't know. It's citrusy, but I'm thinking maybe more like an orange rind, but like a super light smell. Mm-hmm. It's not strong.
No.
Well, should we taste it and see what we think?
Yeah, let's.
Very lemony. Super light, super light, super light. Like this is one that has some oak in it, but it's
There's a little honey on it too.
It is.
Do you think there's a little honey?
Yeah, but yes, I do. I think there's some. I'm getting some of that. It has much less bitterness.
Than
the other one.
I agree.
It's very smooth,
very approachable.
but it's almost It's, one of the critiques of this wine was that it's sort of mediocre. It's sort of like there's not a lot there. There's not a lot there. I mean, this is a sipping by the pool kind of wine.
Right.
And because it was on oak, I was expecting more body on it. But I actually think that the oak, or whatever they did to this wine, the malolactic, like tamping down some of that acidity, I think it's adding a little bit more balance to the wine.
Yeah. No, it's actually, you're right, though. It is there's nothing offensive about it. There's nothing off-putting. It doesn't linger. I think it's more refreshing than the other one, too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Less of like the apples, pears, but you're right. The citrus is what's coming through a lot on these wines.
Yeah, a little bit tropical fruit, but it's not super like flavorful, fill your mouth up flavor. It's much less complex than I thought it was going to be.
I agree.
Okay, what food would you pair with this Maison Chanzy?
Well, I think like a flaky fish would be good. Like you could get a nice fillet of sole or cod or something that, it's something really delicate. I think this could be really nice with a delicate fish. I don't think you need to even do like a meaty fish, like a mahi-mahi or anything. I think this would be really nice with something light.
I agree with you, but I also do think it could stand up to like, something with butter, like something kind of buttery, or a spaghetti con vongole, with clams or something like that.
That would be really nice.
I mean, I'm thinking about the Feast of the Seven Fishes. Okay?
This would be really good.
It'd be great because it would go with all of the food. And your aunt's,
clams.
What are they? The
breaded clams.
Breaded clams. This would kill.
That would be
this
really
would kill
good.
on it. This would be really good.
What else?
I think it's a great seafood wine.
Yeah,
I think it's
too.
a seafood wine.
I agree.
Clams, those kinds of things.
Any
shrimp.
type of shellfish. But for some reason, I am, like my mom used to do that wrap sole we talked about one time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would be really good with this.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, should we rate it?
Let's.
Okay, what rating are you going to give this one?
Well, I do like this one better.
Yeah, you do. I can
do.
tell.
And I think I would buy it. I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give this one a 7 as well.
Okay.
I will just say, like, these wines are not blowing me out of the water.
No.
But they are very drinkable wines. They're quaffable wines. I think this is a wine that a lot of different people might like. I think this is a wine you can get people who don't like wine to drink.
Right. Well, and that's why, like, that first bottle, I really actually didn't love. Like, I could go... No. I mean, I gave it a 6. I could almost give it a 5.
Do you want to do that?
Well, I mean, because I this one's just a lot more my speed with
Your
a white
call,
wine.
Babe. Your call.
No, we'll keep it as a 6, but definitely this one for me. And it's nothing like, wow, this is amazing. But I'd have no problem buying this and enjoying it.
And to me, like, if you're on the beach eating some seafood at a nice restaurant, this wine, you're going to be so happy with
especially
this wine.
summertime. For warm, it's definitely warm weather wine.
And maybe that's a little bit of it too, because we're in winter now, and so we're like, we want a little bit more body to it. But it's a nice wine. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 as well. So I think we're agreed on 7. Okay. Which of these are you finishing tonight?
I'm going with the second bottle.
That's right, the Maison Chanzy Bouzeron del Trois.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy for you to say.
That's right. So let's talk about the taste profiles expected from Aligoté. Flavors and aromas of lemon, lime blossom. I like lime blossom. Green apple, ripe pear, apricot. White flowers, fresh herbs, whetstone, flint, and saline.
Okay.
And this wine is often called neutral or simple in flavor.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it is neutral. I think neutral is a great call.
Especially the second one. It's just very...
neutral.
Yeah, very neutral.
Which means it would be really good with food.
Agree.
It's not going to overpower it. The Domaine de Rochebin, the winery says fruity bouquet of apple, lemon with hints of floral. On the palate, it is energetic with citrus notes. So we were getting citrus, right? Maison Chanzy, the winery says, is characterized by fruity notes with a beautiful mineral quality on the palate. Aging on the leaves gives it body and volume. It's interesting that it's on the leaves because it doesn't have a lot of that like funkiness, actually.
I don't agree. I mean, I agree with what you're saying.
I think it maybe kind of mellowed it out or smoothed it out. Wine and Spirit said, this is a wholesome white with pale, earthy savor and a buzz of tart fruit acidity. The rich flavor, I don't think it's rich flavor, is layered with scents of white flowers, apple blossoms, and meaty notes of Bourgogne Blanc. I don't know what that is, but give this the feel of an antique Burgundy. Wine Spectator says this white delivers an appealing mix of white peach, apple, lemon, stone, and saline flavors. It's balanced and lively. Its vibrant structure driving a lingering aftertaste. The only thing I will say too about this wine is it's super cold.
Yes, it is.
And it's a little older. So I wonder what it would have tasted like a year or two ago. A lot of times you want to age a wine, but sometimes with the white wine, you don't want to age it that much.
Right. Like
so
maybe it lost a little bit of its oomph.
Yeah, of its fruit. Like an older wine can start to lose a little bit of fruit and a little bit of that liveliness over time. So anyway,
I like it though.
What's your verdict on Aligoté?
Oh, I think it's a nice one to try. It's like we were saying, it's not blowing me away.
Yeah.
But it's neutral enough that it's nice with food, great summertime wine, and I think it could be a crowd pleaser too.
Yeah, to me, it could be one of those wines where, maybe you're taking a risk, but I think it's one of those wines where if you're out with people and you want to order a bottle at the table.
Especially a different bottle. Something you haven't had.
And you're not sure what everybody likes. It's neutral. So it actually might be a good choice for most people are going to be at least okay with this wine. Wine's coming up in future episodes in case you want to drink along with us. So a couple weeks out, but we'll get back to tasting after we do our retrospective. We're going to do Etna Rosso. We're also going to do Etna Bianco. And we're also going to do a Valpolicella Ripasso, which is a really interesting wine. So you can if you go to our show notes, you can find links to the specific wines that we're drinking if you want to drink the exact wines that we're drinking. But Carmela, it's time for us to go. But before we do, we want to thank you very much for listening to us. And if you haven't done so yet, now would be the perfect time to follow or subscribe to our podcast. And also a fantastic time to leave us a nice rating review on our website or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. And it's an awesome and free way to support us and help us grow listeners. We also love to hear from you, hear about wines you want us to taste and review. So you can leave a message for us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com. You can join our email newsletter there. And if you missed our latest newsletter, which will be coming up, you can always email me at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com and I will hand deliver it to your email inbox.
Wow.
And with that, we're going to sign off. So thank you once again. We'll see you next time. Maybe we'll see you next year. Well, we will have a retrospective, but you'll see Carmela next year. And as we like to say, life is short, so stop drinking shitty wine.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays, New Year's, whatever you do, happy
Have
to
fun.
you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And the happy ending at the end of our story. Always think too much, always drink too much, always bring too much, always think too much. And when I'm with you too much, I fall in love too much. And when I'm away too much,